Guys, today I'm going to be making a really summery type mysterious batch of soap. So I had this idea for probably the last 6 months. I had the topper, the thing that I'm going to put on the top, but I'm not going to give it away. You'll see soon enough. I've had it for about 6 months, and I was just waiting for the perfect opportunity, and this is it. The fragrance blend is a mix from the Midwest Fragrance Company. It is dark amber rosewood, and then from Brambleberry, it's white lily and aloe. I don't really care for like ocean air, ocean, ozonic type scents. I just don't. They just don't float my boat. But this is a more nautical water theme soap. So I was like, I want to have something. That blend is divine. Absolutely amazing. This colorant that I put in here is Poppycock from Mad Micas. And then I also did some apricot seed powder to add a little bit of exfoliation, but also because it's supposed to mimic the sand. And, apricot seed powder does the trick. I've also used anise seed powder for sand. I've used cocoa powder for sand. Anything that has a little bit of a grit to it works great. It works really great. And then also coffee grounds. If you've already used coffee grounds, you can use those also if you're trying to mimic sand or soil. That works really great. And also for the coffee grounds, you want to make sure those are used, because if you don't, they will almost like sweat or something. I'm not really sure what it is, but if you use fresh coffee grounds that have never been used, it's just something happens weird. It's weird. If you know, you know. All right, then here are my blues. The first one was Ultramarine Blue. The second one is Blue Tide, and then this one is Aphrodite. I'm a big fan of blues. They're all from Mad Micas. Anytime I see a new blue come out, I'm like, I don't need any more blues. Like, I don't, but I do. I really do. It's just one of those colors that I have like 12 of. And, I think I have like 2 yellows. It's like yellow is yellow, but like blue, no, there's something to it. Look at this bright, vibrant. This is one of my favorite blues. I love it. So I let that bottom set up a little bit, and I do want to add a little bit of texture. Not that it absolutely needs it, but I wanted it to be a little wavy, because I don't think of the ocean floor as like perfectly flat. I think of it as having a little bit of texture, you know what I'm saying? So this is setting up fairly quickly. You can see the trace has gotten much thicker, and at this point I'm trying not to panic, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this in before it solidifies. I did put some titanium dioxide in this cream, so it wouldn't be cream. I wanted it to be white, to kind of mimic like white caps or the tops of a wave, because that's not really cream. I mean, it's just really not. And also, I discovered this. If you are working with a fragrance oil that does accelerate trace, and you are doing an ocean theme or a water theme, put your white on the bottom of the bucket. That way you will be sure to have those white caps on the top when you actually pour, because it goes in first, it's going to come out last. At this point, I was hoping for an in-the-pot swirl, but it's not really going to swirl much. I don't want big chunky colors, and I usually don't do this, where I put my spatula through and actually stir it, but I knew I wasn't going to get the kind of look that I was going for if I didn't do that, so I did go ahead and do that. And look, it's just like slopping out because it's so thick. I ended up needing to turn my pouring bucket the other way because it was just slopping out of my mold and going down over the side. It's really actually not solidifying as quickly as it appears. Like, there's so many thoughts going through my head when I was making this. I'm like, oh, am I going to be able to do it? When you see your batter accelerating, it does something to your brain. And the nice thing about accelerating fragrance oils is you can make a batch all in one sitting. Like, you don't have to make some of it and then come back, wait 30 minutes to let it set up. it's really, really nice to be able to do it all in one take. This, I am just taking my spatula. I didn't really have a rhyme or reason. I just wanted to put like little divots or little dimples in the top of the batch, because you see the entire loaf right now, but when I cut it, what really counts is the individual bars. That's what really counts. A loaf can look really, really cool in the mold as one big whole log, but ultimately what it comes down to is how do the individual bars look. And I wanted to have a little wave look on the top. This is just going to be awesome. This kind of design on the top is great for waves. You just put your spatula in and make little divots. It's really not that hard. This was one of the most basic things that I did on my soap tops when I first started making soap. This gold is Sparkle Sunshine. I've only bought one thing of Sparkle Sunshine since I started making soap. It just lasts forever. And then this is a blue glitter. It's a bio glitter from Star Sprinkles. I love that company. They're biodegradable glitter. It's not going to pollute or clog any pipes or anything. It breaks down. It doesn't break down like immediately, so it's not going to like just dissolve from off of your soap, but it does break down, which I really like. I appreciate, and I prefer biodegradable glitter because I know that it's not going to do anything wonky to my pipes or to fish that I may come in contact with. These are little jars. This is what I mentioned at the beginning. These are little jars that I got from Hobby Lobby, and they are glass. I do have a little message in each one. Each one is a different message, but I did actually take the time to write a message and put it in each little bottle. So did you guys look for bottles growing up? Like as a kid, did you hope to find a bottle with a message in it when you were at the beach? And did you ever find one? That's another question. That'd be really cool. I never did find one. I did find lots of broken beach glass and sea glass, but I never actually found an intact bottle with a message in it. Childhood dreams, you know, shattered. So here it is in the sunshine. There's something different about seeing it in natural light. I love the glitter, how the sun just kind of catches each little fleck, and it really stands out. And that texturing on the top, it looks so good in the sun too. It's just, I love it. Chef's kiss. So here I am. I tend to cut my soaps late at night. I just do. I'm not an early morning person. I am not a morning person at all. But I can stay up late. I love staying up late. And especially, you know, if there's soap to cut, why not? The bottom layer, you can see it's kind of pulling away from the blue. It was a little bit sticky when I cut it. It was, the whole loaf was. You can see it kind of like squidging a little bit. But this is why I did those marks on my mold before I did the bottles, placed the bottles, was because I needed to have absolute precision in where I placed those bottles, or I could not have used my multi-bar cutter. And I don't like hand cutting, so I really wanted to make sure those bottles were just so. I really, really love the design inside, how that worked out. It's not all clumpy with the colors. It has a nice little swirl. I love it. This one, yes, love it. And here they are in natural light. I did not change or add a filter. This is the exact color that it is right now. I love how this turned out. Did I already say I love it? I love it. You know those Hallmark movies where they just keep saying the same word because they have no other word to say? Yeah, that's me right now. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I really appreciate you taking your time to see my work, my journey. You can find my shop at bluehavensoapery.etsy.com. And as always, my name is Martha. You can also find my learning group on Facebook. It provides a lot of support and encouragement if you are a soaper. It is called Soaper's Haven. So go check that out. And even if you're not a soaper, I'm sure you could find encouragement there too. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day.